Well, we made it up here to the junction with the Grassy Branch Trail. Got 1.3 more miles left to go to get to the AT, and it's about 9:25. I'm gonna sit down, have me some water, snack, rest a minute, knock out this other 1.3 miles. Right there's where we just came up from. That's Dry Sluice Gap, which that's what we're going to continue on. Dry Sluice Gap right on up through there. And then right down through there is the Grassy Branch Trail. Takes you down toward Caphart Shelter, Sweat Heifer Trail. Got really sweaty. Worked up a good workout there on this one, so I'm ready for a break. We're near the top of the Dry Sluice Gap Trail now. I always think this grass at high elevations is really cool looking. I want a grouse. There's another one. A whole cubby of them here. Grouse everywhere. Look at there. Check him out. That was really neat. I camped on the other side of that ridge right there, down in the valley. Not this valley, but the valley over. This is the AT here. I made it up Dry Sluice. Weather looked like it's pretty decent for a decent view, so before I head out to Peck's Corner, I thought I'd come out to Charlie's Bunyan. I'll get off here for now. Beautiful view out here at Charlie's Bunyan today. Right at close to 11 o'clock. Got me some water going. I'm going to have me a little coffee. Oh yeah, that's hot enough. Knoppers Milk Hazelnut Wafer Crisp. These are really good, especially with some coffee. Good. Well, let's sit down and relax for a little while. I'll show a little bit down in the valley here, Porter's Creek. It's hard to tell, but I ain't getting no closer because this is right at the edge, but this is pretty well straight off right here. Porter's Creek comes right up in that valley right down there. I'm about to head out the ridge right there. Well, I have to say that the view out on Charlie's Bunyan was really nice today, and had a cup of coffee out there, a hazelnut wafer. I think they're called the Knopper. They're really good with a cup of coffee. We're heading back down the AT back over toward where we came up at Dry Sluice, but we're going to pass that up and go on out to Peck's Corner. I stayed out there probably a good 30 minutes, I'm not sure. Just rested, relaxed, enjoyed the view, drunk some coffee, talked with a young gentleman out there. He told me his dad was section hiking the AT. He had a friend that had quit school and sold his car, and he was hiking the entire AT this year. Anyways, something I'd like to do maybe sometime in the future is through hike it. But I'm enjoying my trek down here in the Smokies. Just a weekend warrior right now on hiking, but it's a lot of fun every time I get a chance to get out. My kids are grown and they're out from the house now. That makes it a lot easier, just me and my wife at home. Of course, we got grandkids and we watch them pretty often. Love them grandkids. This is a really neat section through here, I think, of the AT. We're not up to the Sawteeth yet, but we're walking right out what I call the spine, very top of the ridge. If you go this way, you're going down, and if you go this way, you're going down. So literally what you got here is between about 4, 6, someplace about 8 foot width, the very top, and then it's down on both sides. If you catch a view every now and again, if it opens up, because it's just down on both sides. And right there is Charlie's Bunyan. If you look, that little spot pointed up right there in the middle. That's where I was at and having coffee earlier. Not sure what these bushes are called. You see them in high elevation a lot. They appear to be in bloom right now though. Pretty pink color, I think. Maybe it's a lavender, I'm not sure. Anyways, just thought I'd share it with you. This trail is literally like 3 or 4 feet wide here. Right there it goes down, and then right here it goes down. It's awesome. Highly recommend it for anybody. This down in here is the Porter Creek area though. Right down in there. And then that big mountain in front of us there. I don't have the Peak Finder app with me, but I'm almost certain that that's Mount LeConte, because I know the boulevard goes off the AT not too far before you get to Charlie's Bunyan. That is, if you're heading out the AT going northbound, you'll come to the boulevard shortly before you get to Charlie's Bunyan, and it goes all the way out to Mount LeConte. So I'm thinking that's it right there. Anyways, you can see it's a beautiful view out here today. Well, this is past the Sawteeth going down into Falls Gap on the Appalachian Trail. here in the Smokies. And it's looked really forestry, evergreen looking like this, dense, for a while now. Feels good. I would say the temperature out here is probably in the 70s is what I would guess, which is pretty warm actually at 5,000 feet elevation, but it feels quite nice with a little bit of breeze. Enjoying my day very much so far. I get to the bottom of this, I think I'll be about 2.5 miles down the AT. I'm going 6 miles down it today, so not hardly halfway to my junction. Definitely got a good workout in, I can tell for myself. Best exercise I know of is hiking though. That's for me, that is. I just love it. So when you love something, it doesn't seem much like work when you really enjoy it. It is a lot of work, but I do enjoy it very much. A lot of rocks, a lot of roots on the trail. Looks like a lot of pine taking the place of what used to be the hemlock in the Smokies. Starting to get some real pretty greens, variations again. Sure do miss them old hemlock. We got a big bird flying out there. Probably can't see him in the camera. Well, let's head on down the trail. Really tall grass through here. I don't really care for this. And this stuff is like 4 or 5 foot tall. What a view. The wind's really blowing. Breeze feels good. Beautiful up here. I mean, the wind is really whipping. Look at these trees. Well, let's head on out the trail. Trees look like they're thick, like hair on a dog's back. Reminds me of what it's like near the top of Mount LeConte. Look at this grass hanging off these rocks. And we got ferns here. Beautiful part of the trail. This is a spectacular view. This is Laurel Top, I believe. I'm telling you, man, this is beautiful here. Won't be long, I'll be heading out Hughes Ridge, which I think is that ridge you see over there in the distance. Pretty sure that's where I'll be heading out, Hughes Ridge. This is an awesome view, though. The trail looks pretty neat. I'm gonna walk up through here a little farther. Might have some more views up here, maybe. Here you get another little bit of a view. There's those flowers in bloom again. I can't think of what the name of these things are, but they're neat. You see them up high a lot. Higher elevations. It is really neat, really pretty. Well, I'm gonna stop recording for the wind knocks me down here. I came from back over that way. I'm camped down in that valley somewhere. Should be coming up to Hughes Ridge before too long. It's bound to be one of those two ridges right there, I would think. I thought it was back there earlier, but there's two there, so it couldn't have been that. Anyway, let's head down the trail here. This is a really cool spot here. Big rock here. Man, you wouldn't want to fall off here. That's straight off. Definitely had a mudslide or something at one time or another. Here, they got big piece of rebar in here, holding the trail up. It's a pretty view though. Look at all these evergreens. Mostly pine now, I believe. Still pretty. Just came out of the woods there. This little bald spot. Fix to go right back into the woods. A pretty butterfly. All right, we finally made it to the junction over here. Hughes Ridge Trail, Peck's Corner, 4/10 of a mile. That's where my water is and my lunch. Bradley Fork Trail, 2.2 miles. I got to make it down to that. Okay, Balsam Mountain Trail, 5.3 miles away. Dry Sluice Gap, where I came up, 6 miles away. Right there's the AT. Right there's Hughes Ridge. Right here is the AT I just came down. So let's go down here and get some water and get some food. I'm hungry. Hughes Ridge Trail. I'd say it probably won't have many views on it, if any. Most likely it's just going to be a walk in the woods, like this morning was on the Dry Sluice Trail. But anyways, I'm glad that it's mostly descending. It will be a little uphill on it, but mostly downhill. I'm pretty tired now, so that'll be good. Looks like the park's got some kind of a woodshed, or not a woodshed, but a tool shed or something up here. And somebody's telling me back there at Peck's Corner Shelter that when the AT is really full of northbound hikers, a lot of them will come down here and set up a tent and stuff right here in this flat spot, which ain't very far from where that was at. And then all those black bags over there, somebody's telling me that's all mulch. I'm not sure. I think they use those in the previes. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here and head on down the trail. Well, I finally made it from Peck's Corner down to the junction here with Bradley Creek. Peck's Corner Shelter was 2 miles away. I didn't know it was that far. I thought it was a little closer than that. Appalachian Trail, 2.2 miles. Eloy Creek Trail, 2.5 miles. I'll be going past that tomorrow. Cabin Flats Trail, 3.3 miles. That's where I got to go to. Down the Bradley Fork here. Smokemont Campground, 7.4 miles. That's where I parked my truck, yeah. Right here is where I'm going to be heading down. That's the Bradley Fork Trail. And it looks like I got to go around some stuff that's fell down up here tomorrow when I go down the Hughes Ridge Trail. Like I said, I'm going to be passing up the Inloy Creek Trail and heading over to the Chasson Creek Trail. Anyways, let's get these 3.3 miles down through here. Well, it's not too late. It's about 8:15, and I got 18 miles in a day. About the last, probably 3.5, maybe 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 probably, 4.5, 5 miles. It rained on me, off and on. And then the last, probably the last mile and a half, it rained pretty hard on me. I'm really thinking that I'm just going to cut my trip a day short and come home. That way my wife or family won't be worried about where I'm at and everything. I don't know. I think I'm just going to go to the house and come back and do it another time. I've had a real good time. I had a fun experience, so just to give my family more peace of mind, because there's no signal here in the Smokies pretty well anywhere with a cell phone. My cell phone's about dead, and my inReach, it doesn't have a lot of charge on it. It's got enough charge on both of them that I could, if I was real conservative, I might could do something with them, but there's been so much cloud cover and rain and everything. It's been hard to send send a message to my wife. And I think I'll just get me a good night's sleep, break camp tomorrow, and just go home a day early and clean up all my gear and stuff where it's all got rained on, and some of my tarp's got mud on it and everything. So I think I'll just do that. Anyways, I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Y'all have a good night.